Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It is Thursday, October the 24th. And of course, we are moving along almost to Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, this week's gone by pretty quickly. Happy Thursday, by the way. I do notice, I know it says 73 degrees, and I know it's not like super hot outside, but it's not as cool as it has been.
It isn't.
No, I feel like the humidity came back to visit us a little bit.
Hey, Justin, you probably got an answer to this question, man.
That is a good observation. Very astute. Yes, we've got more moisture in place. That's led to some fog and some cloud cover this morning. So that's one thing we're dealing with. And that's kept temperatures up in the low 70s this morning. Does not feel like October at all. And you look at the visible satellite picture, you see the cloud cover. It is there and it's pretty widespread. So this is going to take a while to burn off. It will, but it will take several more hours. And then we still also have some of that patchy fog that has developed off the east of San Antonio, where visibility is down to close to zero. So dense fog advisory in effect for places like Beeville over to Gonzales and Victoria, where visibility certainly will be below a quarter of a mile. I would suspect that these numbers will start to come up here over the next hour or so. But as I said, that morning cloud deck is going to stick around for a while. By 2 o'clock, 86. I think the sun does pop out at 88 this afternoon. Another warm one. And we're starting to drift into some record territory when it comes to temperatures in October. Probably comes as no surprise to anyone who's been outside. We're going to talk about those statistics for you and look ahead to Halloween, too. A sneak peek coming up in just a couple minutes.
We look forward to that. Thank you, Justin. And looking out there with TransGuide, a check earlier, things were looking pretty good. And looking at Loop 410 at Somerset Road, things are moving this morning. Doesn't look like we're having a whole lot of problems. Just a little more vehicles there on that shot on TransGuide, but just the usual construction spots. Of course, that bridge there at I-10, so just be aware of that.
All right, here's today's 99.
Early voting in the 2024 presidential election is well underway, and this year voter turnout has been huge, according to the Bexar County Elections Department. 47,739 people came out to vote yesterday. If you haven't voted early yet and you still want to, you have until November 1st. And if you can't make it out by then, there's always Election Day on November 5th.
Both presidential candidates will be coming to the Lone Star State tomorrow. Former President Donald Trump is scheduled to be in Austin, and Vice President Kamala Harris will be in Houston. Overnight, the Wall Street Journal released a new poll showing that former President Trump has taken a narrow 2-point lead nationally. It's a 4-point swing from August, when Vice President Kamala Harris was up by 2 percentage points.
The Justice Department has warned Elon Musk that his $1 million sweepstakes for swing state voters may violate federal election law. The billionaire and avid Trump supporter is spending millions of dollars to support Trump's campaign. Musk's offer says that people who sign a petition in support of the First and Second Amendments will enter a random daily drawing for a $1 million prize. Federal law prohibits paying people to register to vote.
Boeing factory workers voted to reject the latest contract offer and continue a more than 5-week strike. The vote was 64% in opposition to the deal, which offered a 35% rise in wages over 4 years. After the vote, union leaders said that they were ready to immediately resume negotiations with Boeing. Boeing said that it did not have an immediate comment on the vote.
Tupperware has agreed to sell itself to a group of lenders just weeks after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Under the deal, Tupperware says it will get $23.5 million in cash, as well as $63 million in debt relief. In exchange, the lenders will receive all of Tupperware's intellectual property, including operating assets in the U.S. and abroad. The transaction is expected to close by the end of the month, pending court approval.
New research shows that a common gesture could be a sign of a concussion. According to a study, a quick shake of the head after a hard hit could signal a concussion. To better understand this, researchers surveyed hundreds of young adults who played a sport at the high school, college, or semi-professional level. They found the majority of young athletes were familiar with the gesture and had experienced it themselves. It's nearly 3 out of 4 cases. Those surveyed said that they had a concussion at the time of the shake.
TikTok is expanding its feed featuring educational content. The STEM feed is an optional feed related to science, technology, engineering, and math. It previously targeted users who were under 18, but now adults will also get the STEM feed by default. It comes after lawmakers criticize TikTok for the content they say it pushes in the U.S.
Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani's historic 50-50 club ball has been sold at a record-breaking price. The ball was auctioned Wednesday for almost $4.4 million. Ohtani became the first baseball player to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a single season. According to the auction house Golden, this is the highest price ever paid for a baseball or any ball in any sport.
Polish police are investigating a mysterious trove of Bronze Age artifacts that has surfaced. About 100 artifacts, including bronze spearheads and necklaces, were anonymously dropped off at a local historical association. Police now say the items were illegally excavated. Experts say that without the proper context of where the items were found, accurate dating could be impacted. Those responsible could face up to 8 years in prison. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Well, it is time for a new edition of Know My Neighborhood, and this month's episode takes us to the Thompson neighborhood, diving into the issues that affect people in that community the most.
So this is a community about 6 miles west of downtown between Highway 90 and Port San Antonio near Lackland Air Force Base. Our very own Myra Arthur joins us right now this morning to tell us a little bit more about this episode. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm awake. Good morning, y'all. It's Know My Neighborhood Day.
Yes, so you start early with us, and you're going to be all day long until the evening newscast, right?
That's right. This is happening at 6 o'clock, and as you mentioned, we're taking you to the Thompson neighborhood, and this is an extra special edition of Know My Neighborhood because it's our anniversary.
Woo, woo.
1 year since we have been doing this, and for anybody who hasn't seen that before, this is where we once a month take our hour-long 6 p.m. newscast and we focus it entirely on a neighborhood. What makes that neighborhood unique? Who lives there? What's its history? We've kind of coined it, what's the good, the bad, and the frustrating. So Thompson neighborhood, we're going back to where we started 1 year ago, another neighborhood on the west side. And as you mentioned, this is south of Highway 90. It's east of Lackland, west of General Hudnall. So take a look at what Thompson is all about, and we'll talk about it on the other side. How would you describe this neighborhood?
Historic. Once you start digging into the neighborhood, the history, the people who live here, what makes it special, it's the only way to describe it.
These are generational homes from the grandparents to the parents to the children to the grandchildren.
Since the 1950s.
Yeah, and we don't want to move.
The city has a plan for growth, but hasn't requested input from the residents to find out what, our wants and our needs are.
We're standing together because everybody knows each other here, and we've all grown up together.
We went to high school together, that we all lived in the same neighborhood, and then we all went in the military together.
How do you uproot somebody that's already in their 70s going into their 80s?
Animals can get attacked, other pets can get attacked, and then even worse, people are getting attacked.
We're not going anywhere. If you find out, look at the heart of us, we're all civil activists and civil rights activists in our heart.
Well, I love these segments because we always learn something new. You can grow up here, and then you learn something. And in fact, I was just telling you, I didn't realize this neighborhood was called the Thompson neighborhood.
I know, and that is part of what we're talking about in this episode. We always look at the history. So where did the name Thompson come from? That's the story that I was fortunate to get to do. Talking about the incredible military ties this neighborhood has. I mean, it literally was started as a housing area for veterans, for service members. Of course, right up against Kelly back when it was, thriving and well and a huge employer in San Antonio. So we'll talk about all of that. You heard in that story there about some of the issues in the neighborhood as well. There's a drainage project that a lot of neighbors are concerned about because it would uproot people in about 100 different homes in that neighborhood. So they're fighting back against that. They've got an issue with stray dogs in their neighborhood that they want to see the city do more about. So that is, those are some of the things that they're dealing with as far as challenges, but you heard from neighbors that they said they're standing together. This is a neighborhood rooted in history. It's a neighborhood where generation after generation has lived and loved. So we're excited to get to share that tonight.
Yeah, we could see by some of the video, we're talking about some of the schools in this area. You're talking about Kennedy High School.
Kennedy, yeah, and they have an incredible, Edgewood ISD really has an incredible legacy of military service, and especially veterans that served in Vietnam. Those are some of the pictures you're looking at there. And they still have a group today, the Edgewood District Veterans, that they're bonded by that service that they shared so many years ago, and it's a brotherhood they keep going today.
I think one of the biggest things that I take away that I love when you guys do these projects is family. It seems like, like you got a brother that might be a little annoying so much, but again, you better not touch him, you know.
Exactly.
So I feel like I get that sense anytime I see these, and it's cool to see the culture of these different parts of our area.
And I have to say, that's something we have heard in different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about Know My Neighborhood is whether you live on the north side or the south side, east side, west side, there are common traits and characteristics that are threads between all these different neighborhoods. And, you know, it always makes us say, as cheesy as it may sound, we have more in common than what we think may divide us. So whether you know this neighborhood or not, whether you've lived in San Antonio forever or not, this is the first time you may be hearing about it, I guarantee there is something in Know My Neighborhood for everybody. And just get to know your city. You know, that's what I think is cool. Like you were saying, Stephanie, I mean,
we learned
we've been here decades.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Thompson. Oh, yeah, okay. Now I know.
And then it's coming from a person who's not from here, but I'm in love with the city itself. It's always cool to see these different areas and corners of town that I'm from the first time seeing face to face. So it's cool having those details put out by the people, by the community, telling them their stories.
And we've got people moving here every single day. So, you know, we're happy to welcome more folks to San Antonio and help everybody get to know each other a little bit better.
Yay.
What's also cool about Know My Neighborhood shows is where you go live from. Y'all choose interesting places, so tell us where you're going to be tonight.
Yes, so tonight at 6 o'clock, we will be live from Rocky's Taco House. We try to pick a local business, a local staple within a neighborhood, and it is always, that's the coolest part about Know My Neighborhood in terms of the hour-long broadcast, because people come out and they join us. I mean, they'll be eating tacos right behind us while we are doing this live show in the restaurant. So we invite people to come out, come say hi, and you get to watch the show live. So that's pretty
cool. And people do come out to these.
People absolutely do come out. We have had, we've basically had parties going on behind us.
I love that.
Which is really cool.
Well, we look forward to the stories and have fun this evening, and we'll have fun watching.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you
for waking up with us.
Yeah, of course.
Getting it kicked off.
Yes.
Well, I need to go get my coffee now. So.
Yes, understand. We understand.
All right, guys, now we're looking at 9:10 right now, 73 degrees outside, and still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, tech company making a discovery that shows the challenges that come with artificial intelligence, Apple Card issues, and Disney, guess what, raising prices again. Ivan Adetta breaks it all down for us in the Morning Consumer News.
And a Westside nonprofit asking for your help to upgrade their senior center. How much it needs in order to get everything working. Next. Welcome back. Okay, so it's 9:14. To age in place gracefully. That is the blessing that the House of Neighborly Service nonprofit hopes to give senior citizens as they continue to grow more and more in size on the West Side. Well, this goal is to make it happen in this facility that you see here. Very beautiful. It's a huge project they're working on. But here's the thing. This right here is the current state of the area that they're trying to get updated, and it is well outdated, not able to accommodate their growing needs. But here's why they need your help.
I've been coming here for 12 years. And this is like second home for us.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Seniors on the West Side are eager to get to the House of Neighborly Services Senior Activity Center located at 315 North Calaveras Street.
So I wish it could be Monday and Fridays, but
is where the nonprofit offers a home away from home in the neighborhood.
COVID, it hit our seniors even harder because the isolation, the loneliness. So here they're able to get together with friends and socialize and just have a good time.
Seniors also participate in free programs that provide education on healthy eating, financial literacy, bilingual resources, and anything that pertains to the seniors in that community. And let's not forget about Loteria. But here's the problem. This room that you see here is often at capacity with a wait list to get in. which has made the need for expansion dire since COVID.
At the beginning of COVID, we had about 126 seniors on our in our program, enrolled in our program. We currently have 282, I believe.
For more perspective, prior to COVID, they served 400 meals a month. Now they're looking at around 2,800 meals a month, and that doesn't even include the children they also serve. So the nonprofit is hoping to move the senior center to this area right down the street at their main building. It's an area that has been on the property since the 1960s, and you can tell. The facelift that they're hoping to have there is called Phase 2.
The goal of Phase 2 is to completely upgrade this entire area. That involves adding more picnic tables and closing this space altogether. We're talking about a new paint job, better lighting, even creating an open stage area which the speakers come for community events. But that's not all.
Back here we'll have playrooms for our child-centered play therapy that we'll provide to our children, and then child-parent relationship therapy for the parents.
The price tag is currently sitting at $2.8 million, and they're only halfway there.
Oh, we need a lot of help because this building is old, and then we have more people that want to come in, but we can't because it's already too much.
Yeah, so you see they need some help big time. And if you would like to see how you can help those House of Neighborly Service, you can reach out and help them reach their goals so that they can comfortably care for the seniors who need it the most. We got this story going on our website at KSAT.com. So it was really cool, again, being out there with them, seeing exactly the building and the state that it was in. It was funny because I think they use that building right now. But again, for all those seniors, they have to pack them into that small space to eat their food and all that good stuff. They're hoping to move all that to that one property that they hope to upgrade. So
that would be nice.
It would be nice. It will be a very big refreshment to them, and I hope that we can get it going. So that website, KSAT.com.
They serve such an important role.
Oh, yes, big time.
They really do. All right, we got to talk, unfortunately, about the lack of rainfall that we've been seeing around here. We are now at 48 days without measurable rainfall. The longest stretch since 1996. We're moving into the top 10 now for longest stretches. And this is, a dubious distinction. We don't necessarily want it. And we look at the drought monitor from last week. We saw that drought was starting to build in. We had extreme drought starting to move into Bexar County. Let's fast forward to this week and look. There it is. Now most of Bexar County is within extreme drought. And this has happened in a pretty short time scale, quite honestly. And so when you get a drought developing this quickly, it's never a good situation. And if you look outside, everything's starting to turn brown. I think we're going to have some fire concerns. It's just, again, I'm not trying to be negative here, but it's not a great situation. And a lot of the state really starting to take on drought conditions after we saw some pretty good rain early or late in the summer, I should say, but we haven't seen much this fall. So we look outside right now, we've got cloudy skies, 73 degrees. There is moisture there. You can feel it. It's just not translating into rain. 74 Converse, 68 Bernie, and 69 right now in Kerrville. There's like the cloud cover, so an indication that moisture has moved back in. And this morning cloud deck's fairly expansive, so it'll take some time for it to go away. We also have some fog, as we've been talking about, off to the east of San Antonio, and there are still some dense fog advisories holding for Wilson and Karnes, Gonzales, as you get out towards DeWitt and Lavaca County. So know that there could be some fog there still, although I think it will lift fairly soon. 77 at 11 o'clock. Clouds will begin to thin out some. Noontime, 82, and then eventually we make our way up to 88 this afternoon with quite a bit more sun. And this is where we've been really the last several days. If you're heading out to some of those Thursday night football games, 83 at 7 o'clock, 80 at 8 p.m. Not too bad. I mean, at least the sun's going down, but it's still going to be warmer than usual for this time of year. Futurecast. As we look at the big picture here, now this is the upper level flow. Okay, so we're starting to see some troughs develop, and that's a good sign. For a while, everything was moving west to east, and as I explained in the last couple of days, that usually means very little in the way of weather for us. But with a trough developing out west, we will see a bit of a pattern change. Now, I don't think this is going to have a big effect on us, but it will help to draw up some moisture, and I think by Wednesday or Thursday, we could see a couple of light showers. Okay, this is not going to be significant. I don't know that this is going to be enough to push a front through our neck of the woods. So it looks like it's going to stay warm for Halloween, but it is a good sign that the pattern itself is starting to change up a little bit. And speaking of Halloween, let's give you a sneak peek. Looking mild. Jackets likely are not going to be needed. It's also trending dry. Rain chances are slim. If we see anything, it'll be light. The wild card is that cool front, but I don't think that really is going to be a player. It looks like it's going to get hung up to our north. So that means temperatures will stay warm. If your costume is, you got a lot going on, just know you may be sweating a little bit. Just is what it is. Hot weekend, too. We'll have temperatures in the upper 80s.
All right, look to do a cool costume this year.
Yes, good idea.
Cool costume. Now we got to get out to some cool people right now. Let's head out to SA Live. How y'all doing today?
Oh, go Spurs, go.
Yes, we're ready for our Spurs today.
All right.
And I'm going to let Fiona lead this one.
Okay, so we have a crazy funny story about Great Escape artists known as pets. We'll be sharing that in the show, but we wanted to know, do you guys have any funny stories about your pets? Even any crazy stories? Maybe they made an escape.
So I have one. I didn't get a picture of him at all, but we were on our way to the vet, and this is Bo. This is what he was dressed like as Halloween. He's an escaped prisoner. But the backstory, when he was a lot younger, he had the audacity. I was just like, I'm going to raise the window down for you while we're on our way to the vet so you can have a good time. And no, next thing I know, I look up and before we got on the highway, he decided that he wanted to book it out the window. And I had to stop traffic and everything, get him to get back in. And unfortunately, he added to the bill that day. So I was not a happy camper. But yeah, he's there. He goes right there. Him and little muscles.
Looks like they're being punished.
I'm sure.
For getting
I love that
out.
so much.
What about you guys? Justin, Stephanie?
Well, my dog recently, she jumped through a window. True story. There it is. I have pictures to prove it. She saw a squirrel outside and she fell through the window. She is okay. She did get a little cut on her leg, but she was all right. A little scary moment, very loud. But she, squirrels are not her thing. She's going to go after them for sure.
Oh my goodness. Good times.
How is the window? The window's okay.
Window's been fixed. We're good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but
that's scary to hear that. Oh my gosh.
We lost our Gordo once. He's a little dog, but not dramatic. He didn't jump out of a window. He didn't jump through a window. It was kind of our fault because he was such a good dog that when we would take him outside to do his business, he would just do that. He wouldn't run off or anything. But when we came back out of town one time, we just took it for granted that he was going to do his thing, and we were all unloading the car, and then we closed the door and everything. It's like, wait a minute, where's Gordo? And we could not find him, and we were just at this point, Gordo was already getting older, so he was kind of just wandering off and doing things he didn't normally used to do, and so we had a hard time looking for him. We did find him, but what's funny out of this is that he was like a little brown dog, but I guess because he was missing some of his fur, we were looking for him, and then this other people were like, well, we saw this gray dog. I'm like, a gray dog? And it was Gordo. I'm like, he's not gray. Gordo. He just doesn't have his fur anymore. But we did find him.
You found him. He was okay.
Yeah.
Taking a stroll. Yeah.
All right, so we want you to scan that QR code and let us know, is your pet an escape artist? Tell us about their adventure. Share a picture if you've got it. And wait till you hear our crazy
It's crazy.
escape
You got
pet
to tune in
story.
10 a.m.
Oh, I want to hear it.
We'll see you in a
Well, welcome back. It's 9:28. Artificial intelligence changing our lives, but it's also presenting new challenges when it comes to crime. And Apple is being forced to pay up after consumer issues with its credit card.
And if you're heading to Disney World next holiday season, you might want to start saving right now. Ivan Arata is here to break it all down, the latest consumer headlines. Good morning.
Good morning. This AI story is a little bit interesting, so let's talk about it. Some would-be criminals could now get detailed instructions on how to break the law, and it's all thanks to AI. A tech company called Strice discovered that ChatGPT can be tricked into giving step-by-step advice on a range of crimes, from money laundering to helping businesses evades sanctions. Now, this raises questions about whether the blocks put in place by OpenAI are strong enough to prevent this. Now, OpenAI says it's constantly working to improve ChatGPT's ability to stop such tricks, but experts say AI is making it much easier to find this kind of information online. On the flip side, though, AI is also used to fight crime, improve healthcare, and solve complex problems faster than ever. Now, while these risks are very real, the benefits of AI continue to push boundaries and create new possibilities as well. And Goldman Sachs and Apple are paying up after being slammed with millions in fines over their Apple Card partnership. Now, a government watchdog has ordered Goldman Sachs and Apple to pay a combined $89 million after what it calls a mishandling of their Apple Card partnership. Goldman Sachs was fined $45 million and will pay customers $20 million to make things right, while Apple faces a $25 million fine. The U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau also temporarily banned Goldman from issuing new credit cards, citing unresolved charge disputes, delays in getting money back, and even wrong credit reports. Now, the watchdog also found that companies misled customers about interest-free payment plans for Apple devices, but it's not all bad. Apple says it addressed these issues quickly, and it worked with Goldman to resolve them. Goldman says it's pleased to reach a resolution and has already handled these issues with customers. And Disney World ticket prices for the 2025 holiday season will hit all-time highs. Tickets to Magic Kingdom from November 20th to December 25th will top out at $199 on some days. That's $10 more than this year's most expensive tickets. Prices for the other 10 months of 2025 will hold steady. Right now, single-day passes for guests over 9 years old range from $119 to $199, depending on the park and the day that you visit. Now, Disney also has raised prices on all 4 of its annual passes, with a top-tier Incredipass now costing a whopping $1,549, an $100 increase. While these price hikes might seem a little hard to swallow, Disney fans can still find deals if they're willing to travel during those less popular times, or maybe look for those discounts on those discount websites. And guys, just to put it in perspective for you, Disney World tickets have increased 101% in the past decade, and the top level annual pass has gone up 86%. Can you believe that? Tickets have gone up 100%. That's a lot.
That's a lot. We haven't been since Rooney turned 4.
I haven't been since I was 17.
Right, and I thought it was expensive then. Yeah. So if it's even more, so
I think Arj is going to be a little upset. I know he's a Disney World fanatic, so if you go to Disney World a lot, maybe consider the annual pass. I think it might be a cheaper alternative for those people who like to go a lot.
Yes, who maybe live closer and can make that happen.
Yeah, and if you don't want to go all the way to Disney World, we got a bunch of cool rides here at Texas. We got SeaWorld. We got a bunch of fun stuff here. So,
all right, we have options at least. Thank you, Ivan.
Thank y'all.
It is 9:32. We got 73 degrees outside and a lot more ahead.
Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and did you know that 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime? Still ahead, Dr. Sarah Ortiz from UT Health San Antonio MD Anderson Cancer Center will join us this morning to talk about breast cancer awareness and why it's such an important topic to educate the community. Welcome back. It's 9:36. Well, 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a time to educate and inform about the most frequently diagnosed cancer in women.
So joining us this morning, we have Dr. Sarah Ortiz. She's the Director of Breast Imaging and Intervention at UT Health San Antonio MD Anderson Cancer Center. So good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Ortiz. Well, first of all, tell us about the importance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and why we should educate the public.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is our opportunity to educate patients about the importance of screening mammography. And why? Because screening mammography is the only modality proven to decrease breast cancer mortality. And breast cancer is the leading cause of mortality in women, so this is very important.
So what are the most common risk factors for breast cancer?
Genetic predisposition, like you all guys know, BRCA1, BRCA2, family history, ovarian, breast cancer, even a personal history of breast cancer, dense breast tissue, and having children later in life.
And given these risk factors, how can we reduce our risk right now?
So getting mammograms regularly, starting at the age of 40 every year, maintaining a healthy weight, being physically active, eating healthy, avoid limit alcohol, smoking, all of these ones tied together, just trying to be as healthy as possible overall.
Now, specifically speaking, I know you said regularly, but again, how often should the women screen for breast cancer, and when should that start taking place?
That's a very good question. The Society of Breast Imaging and the American College of Radiology recommend starting at the age of 40 every year. There's different societies with different recommendations, but we stand by every year mammograms starting at 40 save lives.
And the next question can be scary for some women. So how can you explain how dense breast tissue will affect a woman's mammogram results?
So the simplest way that I can describe it is that dense breast tissue is white and cancer is white. So if you have a lot of it, it's going to make my job difficult to find that cancer. And if you're one of those patients that 40% of females have dense breast tissue, you should talk to your primary care provider to see your overall risk, family, personal history, genetic predisposition, and if you are at a higher risk, you might be eligible to get other screening modalities.
All right. Well, a lot of great tips right there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Ortiz. And for more information, you can visit mayscancercenter.org, or you can also call 210-450-1000.
All right, taking a live look outside. Allegedly. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Taking a live look outside. It's a little cloudy, but yeah, that doesn't mean we're getting rain just yet, though, right, Justin?
No, it looks like it would produce some rain, but no, other than maybe a few sprinkles we saw earlier this morning, we are not going to get any rain, at least in the short term. Hey, I want to show you a very cute picture. Steph saw this earlier. She said, "Gotta show it."
Oh, I'm glad you're showing this. So cute.
Little button.
Trick or treat or smell my
It's so cute.
Very, very cute. We appreciate the Halloween pictures. Make sure you send in all your Halloween pictures. I know we're getting closer, costumes, all that fun stuff. We love sharing it with everyone. So KSAT Connect, you can do that via our KSAT weather app or the KSAT app in general. Outside again, we've got cloudy skies and very humid conditions. 73 degrees at the airport and New Braunfels, 74 Converse, upper 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. And our forecast today will take a while for those clouds to clear out, but once they do, it will get mighty warm yet again. 88 is where we're headed with mostly clear skies this evening. Coming up, we're going to talk about the dry part of, well, we've talked about the dry part of the forecast, but the heat. It is starting to be record-setting for the month of October. More on that coming up in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, the Sisters of Charity of Incarnate Word, who came to San Antonio in 1869, played an integral part in establishing healthcare and higher education here in San Antonio, especially for women, including the UIW campus and Santa Rosa Hospital.
Now they need the community's help keeping their historical buildings up to date. It's why they are hosting a thrift sale today and tomorrow to raise funds for their chapel and grotto. Sarah Costa is live at the sale to give us a preview. Good morning.
Good morning, and this sale opens to the public in just a little bit at 10 a.m. It's going to be running today and tomorrow. We're in Christus Heritage Hall. This building is on the UIW campus between the chapel and the cemetery, and it's running from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they have lots of cool stuff. They have jewelry, they have Dooney and Burke purses, lots of clothes and some nice furniture pieces. But I'm here, I'm going to take a seat next to Sister Corrine Walsh, and what's really important is preserving the historical buildings which this sale funds. I mean, $10 million is needed for the chapel, which was built in what year?
The chapel was built in 1908. 1906, actually, it was finished. And so it has withstood the test of time. And now the foundation, the foundation was taken care of some years ago, but now it has to be redone again, and it's costing millions of dollars.
You know,
but it's an icon here in the city of San Antonio and Alamo Heights, and we certainly want to preserve it, and I think the whole community wants to preserve it.
Absolutely. I love the chapel. I know you guys have weddings there every Saturday. The grotto is also a beautiful place for people to come, pray, and reflect. Why should the community care about these historical buildings?
Well, I think it goes back to the fact that the Sisters of Charity of the Incarnate Word were almost founders of the city of San Antonio. We had our beginning way back in 1869. When 3 of our sisters came from Galveston, Texas. It was right after the Civil War, and San Antonio was just a little village with no streets and no plumbing and all of that kind of thing. So sisters built they staffed the first hospital here, and it was during the time of great suffering, the epidemics. And the sisters took care of everything. They took care of the chapel. They took care of the hospital. They took care of the sick. They cooked the meals. They did everything. And then when many parents died, the children were left, and the sisters took care of the children, and thus became the orphanage. And then as the children grew, the sisters needed to educate them. So our 3 primary missions were really health care, education, and the care of orphans. And we continue to do that and spread throughout San Antonio and the surrounding areas for years and years. And now our numbers are diminishing, and we're hoping that lots of young people out there are looking at us and hoping to take up this wonderful work, which really is very rewarding and very satisfying, and to continue to bring the healing love of the Incarnate Word to the whole community and to the whole world.
Well, Sister Corrine Walsh, thank you so much. And again, if you want to come out and help out this important cause to the sisters and most importantly to the community, today and tomorrow, this thrift sale is happening from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at the Christus. What is the name of this?
Heritage Hall.
Thank you. Christus Heritage Hall, happening today and tomorrow. And also, all of these things, most of them are just made by donation, or they're also taking monetary donations. Back to you guys.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Sarah. A lot of history there.
Oh, yeah.
Time now 9:45 and 73 degrees for now. You're still watching GMSA at 9.
Opening night is here for Spurs fan. RJ Marquez joins us in the studio for a preview of tonight's game against the Mavericks and who they'll play first in Frost Bank Center.
Welcome back. Well, we are counting down to tip-off for our San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs start their regular season tonight in Dallas, and RJ is here with what you need to know before tonight's I-35 showdown. What's up, RJ?
Oh, yes. Go Spurs, go. We are back in the building, y'all. And before we start out, interesting thing that happened this morning at the Spurs Hotel up in Dallas. Apparently, there may have been some Mavs fans that set off the fire alarm at the team hotel. This happened right before midnight. Jeremy Sohan shared all of this video on his IG story. Check that out. And basically, guys, what this tells me is that the Mavs and their fans, they know that we are coming. They know we coming. Like Coach Prime says, we are definitely coming. That's right. The Silver and Black are back on the court tonight. That means it's year 2 of Victor Wembanyama, and he's got some veterans around him, including this guy right there, Chris Paul III and Harrison Barnes as well, which means that expectations are definitely on the rise. So this is a bit of a deja vu, though. The Spurs opened with Dallas last season right here at the Frost Bank Center and lost that one 126-119. That was Wemby's regular season debut, and he had 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Not a bad debut, but of course the loss there. But it did launch his Rookie of the Year run. It is now year 2 of Wemby, y'all, and he's ready to start where he left off.
I remember, yes, it's different. Last year was just, a lot of experimenting. Where here is we want to perform, first minute, first play of the game, So it's it's very different.
All right, tip-off tonight, 6:30 in Dallas on TNT. Our sports crew is also there getting you ready for all the action, so stay tuned to all that coverage right here on KSAT 12. Devin Vassell is the only Spur on the injury report. He's still recovering from a knee procedure and is expected to miss the first few games of the regular season. So my best guess for a starting lineup, Justin, because you asked me earlier, my brain wasn't really working at the time, but I started thinking about this. We got CP3, the point god, starting there. Julian Champagny, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan, and of course Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
I know a lot of fans are going to be like, we want to see Stephon Castle, we want to see the rookie Stephon Castle. I think they're going to bring him off the bench to start the year. He may get some starting nods later on this season, but early on, I think we're going to start with Julian Champagny.
Okay, well, hopefully they can take a nap.
Yes.
Yes, I can't believe the alarm.
Wemby is a big sleep person. He's almost like Manu. Manu used to get 10 to 12 hours of sleep, especially on game nights. So Wemby kind of has practicing the same thing. So hopefully it didn't disrupt him too much.
I hope not. Hopefully they went right back to sleep.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
RJ.
Check this out. We're going to the zoo, but we're going to look at the hippos.
Yay, the hippos.
Look at Big Mama Jama. I see you.
Timothy and Uma. Timothy and Uma. How cute.
Oh,
hi, guys.
They look like they're taking it easy. And it's pretty cool to do so at 73 degrees right now.
Yeah, they're enjoying life. Yeah, I think they're enjoying the coolish weather. It's not super cool. All right, I want to show you guys real quick a traffic map because we do have a complete shutdown of Interstate 35 southbound, just south of New Braunfels. And it looks like it could be closed for a little bit. There's some sort of incident there that we're trying to get some more information on. It's also causing some slowdowns in the northbound lanes, but we'll keep an eye on that. Just want to alert you if you are traveling out of New Braunfels this morning, you are going to hit some major backups. All right, October. If you felt like it's been really hot, you're not wrong. It has. We are now, if it were to end today, this will be the hottest October on record, averaging temperature of 78.1. That's not to say that we'll finish at the top spot because we still have some time left, obviously about a week, but I think we're going to end up in the top 5. Something to watch. It has been a hot month for sure. And guess what? It continues. We've got highs in the upper 80s. The average for this time of year is 80. We're well above that each and every day, all the way into next weekend. Honestly, through the end of the month, we're probably going to be in the mid 80s. That's just the way it's looking. You go outside, we got cloudy skies, 73 at the airport, 71 in Kerrville, 68 in Bernie. Warm, humid. You got the morning clouds that have developed. There are some breaks, though, starting to take shape, so we'll see how long these clouds last. The quicker they burn off, the warmer the temperatures will be this afternoon. And with there already starting to be some breaks in those clouds, it does look like we make the upper 80s. You look at the big picture here, some showers and storms coming across the northern plains, but other than that, still pretty quiet countrywide. And the extended forecast, or forecast for today, 77 at 11 o'clock, 82 noontime, 84 at 1 o'clock. And eventually we make our way into the upper 80s, as we said. As we look ahead, 89 Friday, 88 Saturday, 88 Sunday, upper 80s next week. I know I sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry for that. But I'll tell you that Halloween is looking warm. It's trending warm. There could be a stray shower or two Wednesday and Thursday next week, so we'll watch that around Halloween. But if we see anything, it's going to be light and really probably insignificant. So that's kind of the way things are trending right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Justin.
Well, we were talking about Spurs earlier, so the fans are excited for the start of the new season, and that includes our friends at SA Live.
And of course, they know how to get the people pumped up for the big day.
Yes.
We get to hear from them and give them some help.
Yes, we are so excited to get that started because the game 6:30 tonight against the Dallas Mavericks, and we have
Dallas.
Yes, up in Dallas, and we have Ronnie, guest entertainment team coordinator for Spurs Sports and Entertainment, joining us now. Hello, Ronnie.
Hello, how are you guys?
All right, so how excited is the hype squad for the season?
They are very, very hyped. Obviously, like we're in the off season all this summer, and then it's just excited to come back and be able to spend it with our Spurs family.
All right, let's take a look at some of what they got,
They're ready to perform some of their stunts here in a lot tighter space. Now, how many people auditioned for this?
So we had almost 200 people audition this season, and only 26 made it.
Wow, and when people go to a game, they can see all kinds of different stunts. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of it here, but tell us about what else you guys do there.
Yeah, so we have these centers like you guys saw just now. We also have break dancers. We have our traditional dancers as well. So it's a team comprised of those 3 different talent groups, and then we put it all together, and that makes the Hype Squad.
I love it.
And you were part of the inaugural squad, right?
Yes, back in 2018 when the Hype Squad was first brought into the organization, I was on that first team. So it was an amazing time to be able to join Spurs family.
All right, I think we have one last stunt, do we?
Yes.
All right, and we'll see that one, and we'll do a nice Go Spurs Go. Everybody is hyped up for the game tonight.